Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of AI Showdown. Today we have Vlandia engaging the Aserai on a desert ridge map. We see a rather unique battle map in play here. Vlandia will be marching their units across this central bridge into the defender. Now, because this is AI controlled, the Aserai defenders do not have the game sense to hold this bridge choke point on either side. If they park their infantry right here at the mouth of the bridge, uh, they would be able to hold the Vlandia, send their cavalry off to the secondary bridge. Doesn't look like Vlandian crossbows are in a good spot to provide supporting fire. Now, hopefully, the mountains on the edges of this battlefield won't screw over the armies, as I've noticed on a lot of mountainous maps. Reinforcements spawn on top of the mountains, and the units just plummet to their death. So hopefully that doesn't happen here, as we see Vlandia engage the Aserai. Vlandia could come out on top in the infantry engagement. Their pikes, years are incredibly strong under the RBM parameters. The Aserai themselves are more lightly armored, making them even more susceptible to the piercing damage. About a 20 unit gap between the infantry lines. Of course, Vlandia will be hitting the master archers from behind. Doesn't look like the Aserai cavalry have a good advantage. Crossbows are all scattered all over the place. You have some on the bridge, a couple of them not even firing. Their backline formation completely messed up. See the gap between the infantry widening even further. The Aserai are not able to contend with the Vlandian infantry. As Aserai horsemen get caught up in the infantry blob, all those spears and pikes are just going to puncture through their armor. All of them get dismounted. That was 5 horsemen pointlessly dying. Vlandia is certainly the best anti-cavalry faction. All of their infantry equipped to dealing with cavalry. Crossbows also supposedly strong against cavalry, although they do not fare too well under the RBM combat settings. They are just a tad too slow on their fire rate. "70 infantry for the Vlandians remaining, but none of them will have shields. It will leave them open to the destruction of the Aserai master archers. One of them getting hit by a crossbow bolt. These master archers will be able to puncture through the infantry. It does look like reinforcements are on the way. Indian crossbowmen are going to push forward by themselves, it seems. Aserai reinforcements spawn right on top of their defending line. It does look like the Vlandians spawning back across the bridge. They're going to have to make their way over. Now, long as the Vlandian crossbowmen don't push too far forward, they should be able to get some early kills off. But if they do push forward into the Aserai line, they will get cleaned up. These palace guards, their two-handed axes will butcher the crossbowmen. You see, one by one, they're beginning to march into their demise. This is another result of perhaps an rather unique map that has been messing around with the AI. All these different maps that you don't really encounter in the campaign. The AI not fully equipped to encounter their pathing and positions. As you see, the palace guards are just ignoring a line of crossbowmen as they march by them. It will be up to the master archers to clean them up. Aserai cavalry content with just standing by, as it looks like the Vlandian infantry are taking the broken down bridge path, while the crossbow men are going to funnel into this infantry line. Taking a look at scores, the Aserai are on the upper hands. They are a defensive-oriented faction. They have been able to take out some of the heavy hitters while they were on the defense. They've managed to clean up Ania on defense. So this is going to be very bad for their cavalry, charging straight into all these pikemen. That will decimate their cavalry. Vlandian Banner Knights, they're going to charge straight into off to the side, and they're going to have easy access to all those master archers. There they go. Gonna run straight across the battlefield, cutting into the master archers. It does look like most of the crossbowmen have been cleaned up. But as I was saying before, the Aserai have been significantly better on the defense. They have managed to take out some heavy hitters, such as Vlandia, on the offense, as well as our current champion, the Empire. They delivered the Empire their very first loss early on. It is shaping up that they might deliver Vlandia their a loss as well, where reinforcements coming onto the field. Vlandia still down by about 200 troops. The advantage does lie with the Aserai, as they're just content with waiting for Vlandia to attack in waves, as they don't fully consolidate their forces across the bridge. Vlandia does still have a lot of cavalry remaining, 100 Banner Knights on top of equal or more infantry than the Aserai. So Vlandia can still climb back from this if they get their infantry to take out the remaining palace guards. Then their Banner Knights are free to take out all of these Master Archers. Master Archers do have some pole arms equipped. You see them with their pole swords periodically throughout the formation, but I don't think it's going to be enough to fully counter a cavalry charge. The Aserai just don't have enough cavalry on the field to second up to the Banner Knights. Does look like part of the remaining Aserai are their ranged archers, their Mamluk heavy cavalry. But they will not be able to compete with the Banner Knights. We have crossbowmen marching forward with the pikes. I do imagine these pikes should clean up palace guards. They do need to be mindful of the master archers. Actually, a lot of shields, so these might be... No, they're all sergeants. Actually, the sergeants might get countered by the palace guards because the sergeants are regular infantry. Palace guards are heavy infantry. They are usually designed to counter regular infantry. But with all of these Vlandian cavalry coming forward, it does look like a lot of the sergeants are using their pole arms instead of their one-handed weapons, so they do have that extra puncture, pierce damage. That does look like they will deal significant blow to the palace guards. The Vlandian numbers are dropping fast, just not fast enough for the Aserai to take advantage of. They do have a lot of master archers. That is 234 on the field. It does look like the Vlandians are not focusing them down with their cavalry, which means that's more free shots off for the master archers. Now, if they can weaken this advancing force faster than they can approach, might be in a good position. We have a little bit more reinforcements for the Aserai, but it does look like Vlandia is too far down to make a comeback. Very slow charge from the Vlandians. They get stuck in the melee. There will be more unnecessary damage. Master archers, they are not moving, or they're not stopping to fire. They get tangled up in the engagement. They take losses. Already down 30 of their troops from before. They need to stop. They need to stop running around. Take aim and fire. Those infantry will best them in a melee battle. If the cavalry can get some charges off, will inflict further damage. So here we go, infantry going with their shields, getting some kills. Fortunately, there's not enough of the infantry. They're able to go down. It does look like they are retreating before they can even make it to the Aserai line. Now for the Aserai, their victory today will not matter all that much. They have already, their placement has already been decided. But for Vlandia, this is an important battle for them, one that they could not really afford to lose, as it does no longer secure their place in second. They do have an opportunity to have second stolen from them by the Khuzaits. If the Khuzaits do manage to win their upcoming battles, it will knock Vlandia out of second place. The Aserai, they should, believe they are going to finish this tournament in either 5th or 6th place. Even with this win, due to how the tiebreakers work. But for Vlandia, this is not a good start for them in the final round. They still have one more battle to go. Or that we will see them on the defense. But for this battle, the Aserai will claim victory on their desert home field. We got to see a little bit of this irregular map in play. Very beautiful map. One that I wish you could see more of on campaign instead of just the vast empty fields. You could certainly have some really fun tactics in play. You know, park your infantry at the bridgeheads, your archers along the coast ridge because units cannot cross the deep water. But if you park your archers here so that they fire at the enemy across the bank, hold the line in a shield wall position at the mouth heads, stop all infantry and cavalry from going through, you could pull off some really fun or interesting battles. More so than what you can do for the constant open fielded maps that we regularly encounter in a campaign. Who is left? Why are you not retreating? Man is too angry to die. There he goes. At everybody. Still not going to call it. There we go. All right, so there is the conclusion of the battle. The Aserai pull off a victory. They still have 205 fresh troops. Their master archers coming in clutch, 570 kills in total. Palace guards also bringing out significant kills. Definitely the two units that won them this battle. Veteran infantry, I'd say they performed fairly typical. They mostly are just fodder or a fodder distraction so that the master archers can rack up kills. Overall, the Vlandians, they did have solid performance for all of their units, except for the Vanguard, their regular tier 5 cavalry. Nothing to write home about. It's just a bit of a misplay by the AI, sending their sharpshooters into the melee to die instead of holding them back to gain more kills. But overall, standard performance from most of their infantry and cavalry units. We're going to jump and take a look at the standings. See where we are. We only have, I believe, 2 battles remaining. We have the Khuzaits and Britannia coming up next, and they will finish out our tournament or the open field battle. So I will take a look at our standings now and see where we're at. So with the Aserai winning this battle, they actually do have a sliver of a chance to not place in 6th. And for that to happen, they need Britannia to lose to the Khuzaits. That is the only battle that matters for them for the remaining 2 battles. If Britannia loses to the Khuzaits, as we will see here, it will drop Britannia all the way down to 6th, and the Aserai will finish in 5th. If Britannia wins their battle, then the Aserai will finish in 6th. So they are still alive currently and not finishing in the bottom. They just need to get that tiebreaker with Britannia so that they can finish ahead of them. Vlandia, on the other hand, they do have one more battle against the Khuzaits. Whether they win or lose this next battle does not matter to them. If they lose the battle to the Khuzaits, then they will have to rely on the Khuzaits losing to Britannia. If the Khuzaits win against Britannia, they will take second place. If Vlandia wins against the Khuzaits in the next battle, they will finish the tournament in second place regardless. So it would be best case scenario for Vlandia to just go ahead and win. But if they do not take the win, they still have a chance to finish second. They just need the Khuzaits to lose a second time. Now, Britannia, they can finish third if they win their battle. If they lose against the Khuzaits, then they will not finish in third. They will finish in 6th. And then, of course, Sergia, they have a chance to finish in 4th. They just need the Khuzaits to win against Britannia. So there's a lot riding on the second battle, the Khuzaits versus Britannia battle. I believe actually all of the placements rely on that last battle, except for the next one. The Khuzaits need to win the next one to get second. If they don't win against Vlandia, then they cannot get second at all. So the final battle of this tournament should be exciting. There's a lot on the line for almost every other faction. So as this tournament draws to a close, I would like to thank you all for watching. As always, for more AI battles, consider subscribing. I will see you in the next video.